Hello, welcome to the Explorer module tutorial, your data intelligence dashboard for model analysis, quantitative studies, and information management. To access it, log into your workplace and then choose the specific project you want to work with. Then, from the top menu, access the Explorer module. When you enter the Explorer module, you are taken to the predefined views page. This screen displays the menu of your folders and your saved views. By default, Explorer already comes with a standard folder. On this screen, we have access to the main ribbon interface, where we find tools such as creating new folders, editing, viewing, moving, and reviewing duplicate view, and navigation controls. We also have access to the right side menu, which contains various options for model management, advanced filters, and detailed properties, and the functionality to go to room. Various tools are still inactive because they rely upon a loaded model. To begin working in Explorer, we will navigate to the top ribbon menu and click on the navigation button. Through the top menu, you can conveniently select your specific preferred method of viewing the data. You can choose to display only the table view, only the 2D sheets, only the 3D model, or some different combinations between these three types of visualization, for example. To upload and transfer your project files, you should navigate to the system's right side menu and access the specific model management area. This is the specific place where models are organized, loaded, and federated. In the Model Management area, now activate the Upload tab. Here, you can drag your specific model, or click on the cloud to choose the file directly from your local computer. Remember that your file must meet the valid formats. Now, we are going to start uploading 3 files in distinct formats. Let's click the Continue button. During the information step of the process, in the field called Model, you must make a careful choice between the option to create a new model or to select an existing model from the list, in case you are uploading a new version. In this case, we are uploading the first version of each of these files. So, let's click on Import. And wait. Our files have been only partially and successfully uploaded. For you to be able to properly view and interact with the files inside the Explorer, we need to navigate directly to the Version Management area. In the Explorer, exclusively active versions are comprehensively considered for analysis. To activate a version, you can manually select all of them in the list. We can see that all the files are still on their first version. We navigate over to the ribbon and select the Activate Version button. You also have the additional flexibility to select all the models and instantly activate the most recent version of each one. With the model version properly activated, the 3D visualization button will then become enabled. It only takes one single click for you to fully view your model. To extract data, we follow a very similar procedure to this one. Just go back to version management. Select the file from which you want to extract the data. And using the top bar, click the button to extract all of your data easily. Let's click Continue. With all the versions now properly activated, let's go back to Model Management. Right here, we can check the current data extraction status and also enable the view of other projects. By doing it this way, we can conveniently view all the projects simultaneously. During the time that the data extraction is not yet finished, let's discuss the details of file versioning. You can successfully upload a new version through the Upload tab. Here you need to upload a file. Now I'll click Continue. And right here, now in the Information tab, we can very clearly observe that Explorer automatically, through the file name, has successfully recognized that our file is a new version. If you don't want to incorporate a completely new version, you can instead add a new file by manually clicking on the New Model button. Now we are going to click the Import button and wait for it to load. Let's go back to version management. And now we can clearly see that our uploaded files are already updated to the second version. To select the particular version you want to work with, you can navigate directly to the desired model, select the version, and using the menu located at the top, click the Activate Version button. You also have the additional flexibility to manually choose all the models you want and, with just one button, effortlessly activate and enable all the latest versions of the selected models. Returning to Model Management. Our data extraction has been completed. To activate the visualization of this data, just click once. Now, to generate the first table, you will need to navigate directly to the Programs ribbon, and by clicking on the specific Update Table button, you will then be able to successfully generate the first table for your model. Once this process is complete, let's talk about organizing the views. Data management starts with systematic organization. So let's return to the Explorer's home screen. The initial first step in our organization is to create a folder. To create a folder, you need to go to the top ribbon and click on the specific New Folder button. Now you should choose a descriptive name for your folder. And finish. And in this way, we've created the first folder. You have the option to rename the default folder, but under no circumstances can you delete it. Let's go back to the navigation area. Now I'm going to select a 2D view. Once that's done, we can save our first view. To do this, just go to the ribbon and simply click on the Save View As button here. Here, in this tab, you have the option to add a title as well as to add an image of the model. Upload an image from your computer, or paste an image. In this area, you can add a description, select the destination folder where you want to save this view, and here you can also designate a particular owner to this view. Once that's done, just click the Apply button. Now, if you return to the Explorer's main page, for example, you will find this specific view that we have just created. You have the option to select the view, move it to another folder, you also have the option to duplicate the view and add it to another folder or to the same original folder. You also have the option to edit the view if you want, or delete it. This is an essential feature for project organization and overall workflow efficiency. Here you can conveniently save any combination of report and model filter. And organizing by folders can be strategic. In other words, you can categorize and separate, for example, the structural quantity takeoffs from the reports and architectural quantity takeoffs, ensuring instant access to filtered data through this home screen. Now let's return to the navigation area to explore in greater detail the groups and filters you can apply within your views. The Explorer has a built-in default grouping model. Within this organizational grouping, the hierarchy is organized by category, family, and type. In addition, we can clearly see the approximate quantity of these elements. To create a new type of grouping, you need to navigate your way to the top ribbon menu and, using the Group button, initiate the comprehensive process of establishing a new group. In this specific case, let's create a group where we can quickly and efficiently locate the comment information. To do this, we will carefully assign a highly descriptive and appropriate name to the group, ensuring that it can be easily identified and accessed later on. Now, we need to carefully choose the properties that will make up this grouping. In this case, I will select the exact same properties as our default model. So I can search for name. I also have the option to browse through all the property options. Default data, once you have selected the properties you will use, you simply click the button to select those properties. And now you have the option to rearrange. So I will put category first, then family, and finally type, following this order. Now, in the option to add columns, we are going to choose the comment columns. I will also add an additional columns to know the specific quantity of the elements. Once that's done, let's click the button to select columns. Within the parameters, you have full control over the data representation. In the dedicated field, you can define the aggregation function that will be applied from calculating the maximum, minimum, average value, or simply counting the elements. Choosing the correct function is essential for your report to properly provide the management information you need. Now, let's simply click the Apply button. Once that's done, we can save our view. With the new group successfully created, you now have the options to edit the group, duplicate it, or even delete it if you wish. Let's return to the default grouping. With that done, let's talk a bit about creating filters. Explorer offers 4 ways to filter your model. The first option is a hierarchical filter. The hierarchy filter works based on the structure of the model. It allows you to hide or show elements by model, category, family, and type. For example, you can choose to hide the structural model and keep only the specific doors and windows from the architectural model clearly visible. To activate the filter, just click the Apply button. After applying the filter, you can proceed to update your table. And now we have access to the number of doors and windows, that is, all these elements present throughout the architectural model project. To save this specific quantity, you need to go to the 3D filter section, click on the More button, and name this filter. In this case, I will name it ArchiFrames to make identification easier. And now click the button to finish. Once that's done, you have your first 3D filter saved. Let's apply this filter to the view. Once that's done, we should click the Save View button. How? Let's add a name. Let's also add a new image, a description. Let's add this view to a folder and click the Apply button. And once that's done, when you finally return to the Explorer homepage, you will have access to the window and door quantity just by clicking on it. And viewing the data. Going back to the filters, we also have the option to filter by levels. Here, you can select the model you're working on, the level you want, extract the quantity, and now click the Apply button. You should update the table. And now you can observe only the specific quantities for the selected levels. To save this filter, you need to go to the specific area for assigning your saved 3D filters and create a new filter. Click the Apply button. Add this filter to the view. And if you want, for example, to create a new view to appear on the Explorer's homepage. Explorer also allows you to create manual filters. The manual filter is ideal for quick adjustments. With it, you can select one or more elements through the three-dimensional model or through the table. For the next step, you should click the More button. To incorporate these new elements to the filter rule. Now, simply choose and select the individual objects you want, and then click the Apply button. This way, you can create a 3D filter just for these elements. Explorer also offers the option of a conditional filter. The conditional filter is a tool that allows you to add rules to your filters. To multiply the rules, you need to set a logical operator, either OR or AND. And this is how you start creating your set of rules. Now I'm going to remove all the filters we've created. Back to our default view, let's create a custom model. I'm going to create a model based on the work plane. Once that's done, I can select among these options as I wish to filter. And now I can go ahead and select the attributes that are directly related to the work plane. Now, only the elements visible at this chosen level are shown on your screen. I can also simply add a condition of or AND. Once that's done, we need to select whether it will be an AND condition or an OR condition. In this specific case, it's an OR condition, and we're going to apply it right now. Now we can see every single one of the elements present in the specific work plane we've chosen. You can also conveniently save this specific filter to use it later in new views. In this case, I want to go back to my window and door filter. Within the filters area, we can also access the filter views section. Here, you can see all the 3D views that have been added to your model. This section is for models that have more than one saved 3D view. This way you can set which view is prioritized within the Explorer. Now, with the filter successfully and correctly applied, and the specific view having already been established, we can also edit the view and configure the necessary access permissions for it. Here, you can choose the permissions according to the users, companies or groups. You have the option to grant full access or read-only access, or no access at all. Through the detailed permission settings, by using the padlock button, you have the convenient option to easily grant permissions to all users, with just a single click of your mouse. All modifications made within the Permissions tab are synchronized automatically. Permissions successfully changed. Now I will update the table. and we will access the Navigation tab. Here, you have the option to change the view of your model. You can easily select a specific family or an element through the table and through the ribbon. You can highlight this element and you also have the option to isolate this element. Through the main ribbon menu, using the dedicated wireframe button, you can easily return back to a clear and detailed view in the form of you can clearly view hidden interface elements without highlighting them. Using the reset button, you can return to the initial image. You also have the flexible and convenient option to expand all elements in the table, close all of them simultaneously, or expand only the specific elements you have selected at your discretion, and close only the selected ones. Here you can also incorporate or modify filters. Through the Quick Reports area, using it, you can easily extract an Excel table with all the data present in the table by using the Export to Excel button. You can also access the integration area, and here you have the option to export to Excel or import an Excel file. This function is important for when you have updated your model and want to update the information within Explorer. To finish, I will return to the structure area. The Explorer module has direct integration with the Collaboration module through the New Topic button. You can create a topic through the Explorer module, and it will automatically appear in the Collaboration module. For more information on how this integration works, simply go ahead and access the Collaboration module comprehensive video tutorial. To delve much deeper into other additional technical details, such as the connection with the CDE, file uploads, or filters, you should navigate to and access the Model Management tutorial, where you will find more comprehensive information. Please keep in mind that every filter definition we apply here will immediately influence the elements table, displaying results and quantities only for the items currently visible in 3D. The Explorer module offers you a powerful tool for integrated analysis and management of BIM data.